I did not know what I was doing.
But just as he had in the past, he soon learned what he was doing and excelled once again. A couple of years later, John was hired by another hotel chain who had to lay him off when they were forced to downsize.
And all of this time, and probably even from before, but certainly since I came to America, I had a latent desire to talk to a lot more people. Now the truth is, however, that we happen to a lot of things along the way. Now let me explain that. Just 2 weeks ago, I was in a restaurant. And I always thought, you know, I can see myself talking to a bigger audience, to bigger groups, etc.
So guess what happened? After he attended a Fred Pryor seminar, they hired him to be a speaker for them. Once again, John packed up and changed careers.
And the first day, I almost was so, I thought, my God, what have I done? The first, you know how you go through, you have all sorts of challenges. I had about 50 people, and I was doing, I can't remember, this is my first seminar, but it was terrible. It was terrible. And the evaluations that came out had all kinds of negative comments about me. And here am I, a motivational thinker, of course. At that time I wasn't quite the motivational speaker yet. That came later.
Rather than give up, he forced himself to keep going and found he just kept getting better and better. But the material they were asking him to teach wasn't what John wanted to talk about. Another life lesson that John would use later in his career.
So now I teach people. It's one of my motivational lessons to people in success. Never stay in anything that you don't like, because you'll never be excellent at it unless you're having fun.
So this time, John decided to go out on his own.
And I thought, hey, I'm going to start my own business now and pay myself more money. So the next year, I made practically nothing.
Word of mouth spread and his business has grown ever since. He now gives seminars like this one all over the United States.
Every month. Well, my telephone bill, and you probably get the same thing, one day I noticed, and I thought this is amusing, it had a page with no detail on it, and printed in the center of the page it said, this page was intentionally left blank. Now, most people have never seen that as a funny thing, but that's hilarious, because you think, well, I guess these people have put that there in case I call them up to say, excuse me, this is John Madden here. I've got a whole empty page here. You've obviously missed a lot of charges.
When tragedy struck on 9/11, it took a toll on John's business as well.
Also, of course, immediately after that, I had 5 bookings canceled. The rest of that year, from September, I literally had no work. Up till this time, I'd been trying to write a book. Hadn't been putting in a lot of time on it. There's absolutely no more excuses not to write this book. So I got on my computer upstairs in my office, and every day I just went there and I typed.
And he typed and he typed. His goal was to get that book published by July of the following year.
So, but I knew I have to get this book done, because once I have a book, if you're a speaker, a book is the second greatest thing next to your voice that you can have. And eventually, just at the 4th of July holiday, just before July, the books were delivered to me. I think I ordered 800 books, and they were delivered to me, and when I opened it, that was the happiest thing in my life, that I actually had a book. I was going out in the street showing it to people. Didn't matter if I knew them. Look, I've got a book here.
Although John's path has never been a smooth one, he's one of those people who's able to take whatever happens to him and turn it into something positive.
And I was always admired the people who were positive, the people who were always smiling, who also had a wonderful personality, were always positive, and if something bad happens, oh, don't worry, we're going to get past that. No big deal, you see.
That's just one of the lessons he focuses on in his book. The first chapter tells you,
for a better way. And the concept behind that is the same as the subtitle of the book, is how to get different results by doing something different. It's like saying, I'm no good with people. Oh, I could never get up and stand in a crowd. I hate it when people complain. What you do is you reinforce that condition. Another one really, which I believe strongly and philosophically and spiritually, is adding value. It can be done in the slightest way. You can compliment somebody, you can open the door for somebody, you can cover somebody's shift. It doesn't matter. I believe that the greatest contribution that you can make to your own success comes from the contribution you make to the success of others.
Another thing that will help you be a success is
changing your expectations about people and about things. That's the second chapter. Sometimes we meet somebody and that person is different to what we are. They have a different personality, a different behavioral style. And straight away, because they're different, We think, oh, there's no chemistry here, I don't like this person. Oh, this person is moody. Oh, this person is not pleasant, simply because they're different to me. So if I'm very outgoing and I like to hug people all the time, and somebody just shies away, I think they're a bad person. No, they're not. They're different. So we have to establish that we are all different and that we have to honor the differences that exist.
If you'd like to buy John's book, Leap Don't Sleep, or if you'd like to hire him to come speak at your organization, go to this website or call this phone number for more information.